G'day, I'm Rob Malicki and welcome to A Life That Travels. In today's episode, we're at the University of Newcastle, a couple of hours north of Sydney, checking out this absolutely spectacular bushland campus. Let's have a walk around, let's talk about what this university is all about, see if we can't talk to a few students about their experiences here. And like all of A Life That Travels, reviews, interviews and the like, this is completely unbiased. There is no agenda here. We're not being paid or anything like that for this content. This is for you. Any questions, hit us in the comments below. Let's get started. University of Newcastle was founded in 1965 and at time of filming it's home to about 38,000 students, which makes it quite a large Australian university. Most of those are undergraduate, something like 24,000 undergraduate students, 7,000 postgraduate students, and the rest being research students. Doctorate students, you rock, congratulations on working your butts off. And the highlight for me of this place is, as you can see, this absolutely spectacular main campus here at Callaghan on the outskirts of Newcastle. Lots of disciplines are taught here at the university, and of course it's famous for a number of disciplines, things like medicine, a very, very strong engineering, extremely well reputed as well. But outside of that, you've got a wide variety of disciplines available being taught through the institution. Pretty standard library facilities. Don't know if there are plans to renovate that space or not, but kind of feels like my university did back in the early 2000s and not much has changed up there. A few little good collaborative spaces, but maybe a little bit of work to be done there for the Uni of Newcastle with its library. Now just behind me here is the Shortland Hub. This is like the main student section on Newcastle's main Callaghan campus, so this is where students hang out. New University has a number of campuses, of course, Callaghan being the main one just outside Newcastle. It does now have the CBD Newcastle location, which is called NewSpace, and we'll go and check that out in just a few minutes. Outside of that, there is the Ourimbah campus, which we'll stop and have a quick look at as well on the freeway heading back down to Sydney. That's on the Central Coast. There is a campus in Sydney itself, as well as in Singapore and in Port Macquarie. So the university has got quite a big footprint. Once again, it's trying to serve its community here, and therefore having multiple campuses helps it with that mission. So that's obviously a good thing. It's actually uni holidays at the moment, and normally this place is absolutely heaving with students. You can see it's pretty quiet, but really nice space just to chill out. There's food here, drinks. Although, something to be aware of at the Uni of Newcastle is the mosquitoes. They literally descend in a horde and carry you away. It can be really annoying. The university's got quite a good range of extracurricular options available for students who study here, including student exchange programs, overseas study options, internships, and the iLead program, which gives you a chance to get leadership experience as part of your studies. So, you know, uni is one thing, it's amazing for you and definitely is an important thing, you know, if that's your chosen path, but also so important what you do outside the classroom while you're at the university. And so sniff out those extracurricular activities wherever it may be that you're studying, because they can make all the difference between getting a job or just getting a job that you actually want. All right, critical information, Mama Dukes here at the Shortland Hub is definitely one of the places to go for coffee at the Uni of Newcastle. Let's talk about rankings. The University of Newcastle actually punches well above its weight in terms of both domestic and international rankings. Ranks globally around about 200 in the entire world, depending on the ranking and the year, of course, which is incredibly good for a regional university. And likewise in Australia, out of 40 universities, it ranks just outside the top 10 on a recurring basis. Now obviously, rankings are something you need to take with a grain of salt or a mouthful of coffee, because everything depends on what you want to study. So if in your particular area of study, this institution is amazing, it doesn't matter what the overall rankings are. And likewise, like universities might have sensational rankings, but in the area that you want to study, they might not necessarily be the strongest. So always look in the detail of the rankings. And the way to do that is to get on the Quality Indicators of Learning and Teaching, the QILT. There's a link down the bottom. Website, it's an Australian government website where they collate data. They survey students, collate data every year about the experiences of students, their satisfaction, their graduate outcomes, and these sorts of things. And that is a really fantastic place where you can actually get some pretty objective information about what this university, just like all universities, how it performs in the areas that actually really matter to you. So check out the Quilt website for sure. Hey man, what do you study here?
I'm finishing my PhD.
Congratulations.
Thanks. In biological science.
What's it like studying at Uni of Newcastle?
I've been here nearly 10 years. It's a bushland campus.
Yeah.
And that is fairly unique. So I look at other campuses in other universities and I go, oh, there's the central campus.
Yeah.
That's right in the middle of the city, and you've got everything that happens in the city going on at all at the same time. And that is really enticing to me because this is the only campus that I've ever known as a university student. But
beautiful, isn't it?
When you hear people talk about the negative aspects of having an inner city campus, those negative aspects are really big.
Yeah, like people pretty chilled, approachable, friendly.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like the fact that it is an isolated campus means that we're all here to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so everyone here is on the campus is either a teacher working as a professional staff member that's supporting the teaching staff and the students, or they're a student who's here to learn.
Nice.
One goal, one drive means that everyone can get along pretty well.
Nice.
I don't think that people that come from Newcastle would be surprised about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
But people that don't come from Newcastle, because I've talked to people before, they still think it's like a coal port and a steel city. And it's not. The University of Newcastle is actually the biggest employer now that the BHP Steelworks on Kooragang Island shut 10 or more years ago. So with Newcastle, and if you're not from Newcastle, coming back and actually experiencing the city and the university, it isn't full of people who are doing engineering to get into mining, or people who are doing geology to get into mining, and all of those kinds of things. It's actually full of thinking people that are trying to do good work and do better, and actually be part of like a collective that is thinking and feeling and contributing.
The University of Newcastle obviously serves a regional audience. It is serving the Newcastle greater community. So as you would imagine, a university like this is designed to be comprehensive, and you can study just about anything here. Now, the university is very strong in disciplines such as medicine and engineering, but has a wide range of specialties, including business and law, education and arts, including the creative arts. Creative arts are very strong here at the university. Built environment also here is very strong. Wide range of science disciplines, as well as all of the kind of health disciplines that you might imagine. Nursing and physiotherapy particularly strong at this institution, amongst lots of the other allied health disciplines. Just a short 2 minutes in the car, probably like 10-15 minutes on foot from the NewSpace building, heart of Newcastle. You got this, like world-class beaches. This is definitely one of the upsides of studying in this absolutely fucking awesome city that is Newcastle, is that you literally have access to some of the best coastline that New South Wales has to offer. And if you're studying in the city, this is at your fingertips. I don't know if I'd be doing much study if I was studying there. Be at the beach all day. We're downtown now, and this is the University of Newcastle's NewSpace, right in the heart of the Newcastle CBD. We've got a couple of faculties now located down here, as well as space for students and some library space and resources as well. Let's jump in here and check it out, because this is literally brand new at time of filming. seriously, like, this is a classroom. I wouldn't be doing much concentrating with a view like that. Ah, this is bananas. Respect Uni of Newcastle, you're doing a great job. Well, I've just been for a walk around inside, and this is one hell of a building. $95 million spent by the university, and what they've tried to create is like this state-of-the-art space for teaching and learning, and I can tell you what, they've certainly delivered. Some of the classroom spaces are absolutely extraordinary. I mean, the view for a start is phenomenal, but then the way that they're set up for flexible learning, so really collaborative group work type learning, which is really positive. And then lots of great technology. So this is like definitely a building for the modern era. It's not, you know, one of those kind of dusty old classrooms that you see in some corners of the country. And the university's got big plans to turn this whole part of Newcastle into sort of a university precinct. They already own quite a chunk of land over there, which is going to be developed over time. So this is definitely where it's happening. I've always loved Newcastle, and bringing the uni downtown is definitely a good idea in terms of making this an even more happening place to spend time. Good win. Respect Uni of Newcastle. Welcome, University of Newcastle Ourimbah Campus, Central Coast Campus. Come over here and check this out, folks. Isn't this just a beautiful spot? Absolutely love this space. Once again, you're kind of in a really outdoorsy bushland kind of setting. And of course it's mid-semester break here, so pretty quiet. But you can imagine this outdoor lawn area once students are back on campus, just heaving with people in such a wonderful environment. So let's have a look around this place and see what it's all about. University of Newcastle's got a very strong sporting presence as well, both down here at the Central Coast campus, but also up at Callaghan. Sport is a big deal, as you know, for Newcastle, and the university performs very well at uni games. If you don't know what uni games is, check it out. Definitely an interesting aspect of life at Newcastle. The university does have quite a lot of clubs and societies, a lot of extracurricular activities, as I was mentioning when I was up at the main campus. So those sort of things are definitely worth looking into, because there is a really good campus spirit at this institution as well. I enjoyed my look around the Ourimbah campus. You know, it's one of those things, this is only 45 minutes up the freeway from Sydney, and yet you've got this amazing outdoor environment, super chilled vibe. So if you're living on the Central Coast or even just coming up from Sydney, I reckon this is a really, really solid option for you. And got some really fantastic specialisations just available here at Ourimbah, so check it out. I've had a pretty awesome day here at the University of Newcastle. Managed to get myself into town to check out NewSpace, the new Newcastle CBD campus, which is absolutely extraordinary and so close to those pristine beaches, which are just beautiful. What a place to come and study. As well as a quick look around the Ourimbah campus, which is beautiful and awesome. And here at Callaghan, with all of this stunning bushland, you know, I reckon the Uni of Newcastle is definitely worth a look. I know a lot of people who live in Newcastle might just want to get the heck out of here as fast as they can when they get to uni. I get it, but here on your doorstep, you have literally a world-class university. And that said, if you're living somewhere else in Australia or around the world, this place is 2 hours from Sydney, which can give you everything you want in terms of a world-class city, but also a unique experience studying in the bush. It's phenomenal. You know, choosing a university is a really difficult thing, so if you've got any advice, if you've studied at uni and you have advice for somebody who's trying to choose an institution, please drop me in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say and what your thoughts are about the most important thing about university. That's really helpful for people trying to pick their next step. If you've studied at the University of Newcastle, I'd love to hear your thoughts about what it was like to study here. Or if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm Rob Malicki, and I'll see you next time on A Life That Travels. Have a great day. See ya.